Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Booth Podcast, your weekly NHL show. Long awaited return. Like always, life just gets busy. We've been busy, haven't been able to sit down and do this, but we are back, coming back at you weekly, and we're talking hockey. It helps now that, NFL is it's done. Congrats to the Rams. Unfortunately, that's over with. And now we got hockey in the most important stretch of the year. After the All-Star break, football's over, and now we can go. Joining me, as always, you saw him on the NFL podcast last week, but welcome back, Hicks. It's been so long since you and me just shot the shit.
Man, it's been too long. And you know
too
what?
Long.
I'm so happy to be back. Life gets busy and shit happens, and you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And you know what? Hey, we're back now. As you can see.
Back now. Yeah, we don't. Hicks, if little inside baseball here, if we do get the video uploaded to our YouTube channel, you can find that in the description of our socials at the Booth EC, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you will. Hicks has decorated his setup complete with all his, what is that, the Oakland A's?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop you right
now. No, offense. I've never seen the logo before. I don't know who they are.
You know who they are. And you know what? I'll show you my pride and joy because I found this in like a secondhand store. Okay.
Is that what the rest of the stuff? Annihilated.
No.
In front of all your friends. Colorado. He's Colorado Avalanche. Joe Sakic mini stick. That is pretty electric. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. He looks like he's got his Avs pillow, nice hat there. Hicks lean, yeah. He's got his mini stick, nice little miniature jersey. He's got his Avalanche Hicks jersey. Hicks, what's bottom left of my screen? Yeah,
it's just a sign. Just a sign.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Nice.
And then this is a coin collector. So.
Oh, really?
It's a piggy bank. Yeah.
Hey, look at that. I'm sure the 2 nickels inside of it are worth more than it. So
that thing is priceless. Okay.
No. There's no. You can easily put a price on it.
You can't put a price on it.
It's 9 cents.
Okay. You know what? I got a set. You don't. So you
got a
set.
Hey,
just jealous.
Hey, no. We came back and we've upped the production game. The production of this show is up.
I'm going to put another jersey right here.
Boom.
Not an Avalanche jersey. It's going to be a different jersey.
What are we going to put?
I think it's going to be my old junior jersey that I was able to get. I know. So I think I'm going to put that up there just to kind of switch things up. I'm going to get a few other things. Once I get kind of clear out my other stuff, I'm going to get a few other things, not just Avalanche shit. That's all I had right now. So that's all I want to do.
You know what? It's fitting for what we're here to talk about. And what we're here to talk about is hockey. Before I pass it off to you, because Hicks is going to be kind of running this show. Here at the Booth, he is our resident hockey guy. I love hockey. I do. But Hicks is our hockey aficionado. He is our database. He is our hockey correspondent. So he is going to be taking the lead on this. But just quick shout out to my captain, Sidney Crosby. Tonight as of recording, 500 career goals. Congrats, Sid. I think he's the 45th player to do it. Hey, good job, Sid.
You know what? More deserving than any other player in the NHL right now. That guy, we grew up with that guy, right?
He's our star. Him and Ovi.
You know, you could look back at that rivalry they had, and Crosby was the man. Crosby was the guy who always came out on top. It seems like over those playoff series and everything like that. Exactly. Carve's putting on the rings because he knows, right? Hey, you know what? The guy knows. The guy deserves it.
Yep.
He has $500 now. I don't know. He's probably got I don't even know how many points. The guy's probably got like fucking
2,000 assists.
Yeah, like the guy's a passing machine.
He doubled Gretzky's point totals, but the media doesn't want you to know it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot that he was just, that bit much bigger. Nobody's counted his assists or goals over the years.
No one's ever totaled them.
No, exactly. No, but hey, Crosby, congrats. He deserves the world. He deserves a ring since he started fucking playing.
He deserves he's one of those guys where I understand there's a lot of people that don't like him, and it's the same way as people like to hate great. They do. Mm-hmm. And that's people hate Brady. They hate him. They hated him. People hate LeBron. They can't stand LeBron, right? And people hate greatness, but that's what it is. And congrats, Sid. But with that said, Hicks, what do you want to talk about? Hey, steering wheel's yours.
I'm going to take over here, right? So, we've missed so much, right? We missed so much.
Yeah.
So I want to dive, I'm going to dive right in to the, one of the big things that we've missed was the All-Star game, obviously, right? Holy shit. Is that whole thing just shit?
Unwatchable.
Unwatchable. I think all All-Star games, except for the MLB game, are unwatchable. I don't understand it.
I think, yeah. So of the 4 major sports leagues, I think their All-Star games are all terrible. The worst by far for me is the Pro Bowl in the NFL. It is unwatchable. It is disgusting. It's impossible to watch. I think second worst is the NHL. And then I think MLB and NBA actually, it's entertaining to watch those two, and they actually have something to play for. But the NHL one, it sucks.
Man, you gotta play for something. That's what these leagues need to do, is like the Pro Bowl. You need to play for something. Like maybe, I don't know what it is, but like play for something. Don't just bring these millionaires who play professional sport to come play in a all for nothing game, because they're not going to try, because no one wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to put something
and why
on the
should
line.
They?
Exactly.
Why should they?
Exactly.
Like I know in the NFL, I'm pretty sure it's a $50,000 bonus or something like that. Okay, now $50,000 to you or me, life changing. All right, $50,000 to a guy whose game check is $50K, whose guaranteed money might be upwards of $100 million. He might pass on it. He might not go as hard. Believe it or not. He might say, you know what? I don't want to tear my ACL in a participation game.
Exactly.
After the season. That's the big thing with the NFL one. And we'll get back to hockey, is that at least NHL's is in the season.
Yeah.
But that also has its downfalls. What if you get fucked up in the middle of the season? Post All-Star break's the most important time in hockey.
Exactly. So I don't understand. Like, I get you want to do an All-Star game. Like, All-Star game used to be getting the best players in the game to come and show off their skills. Now it's about sponsors. That's what it all is. You bring in these athletes from every team, because you have to have one from every team now, and you show off your sponsors and you make money. That's all the All-Star game is now. The NHL doesn't care if you show up hungover or whatever. They don't care. They don't fucking care. They just need you there, right?
And honestly, it would be more entertaining if every single one playing in the game showed up wasted.
Exactly.
Like, what do they have to have? Is it one player from every team?
Yeah, there has to be one participant. I don't know when they added that rule, but it has to be one participant.
That right there is how you know it's already bullshit.
Exactly.
You want to tell, so how many is it? Is it 18 a team? 18 skaters, 2 goalies a team?
Yeah, it's 21 can be on a roster.
So the top 42, let's say, right? That is not divvied out between the top 32 teams. I guarantee you, there is not 10 teams with 2 All-Stars. That's unbelievable.
Like, think about it. Like, Mikko Rantanen, who was, I think, is like 7th in scoring, was not invited to the All-Star game. Kadri had to get in as last man. I know that he's never been as that good, but hey, he's 4th in scoring this year with 62 points, 3 below the leader, who's Leon Draisaitl.
Which, I mean, that's another thing, and it's another problem, not just with the NHL All-Star game, but it's based on this season. It isn't a legacy award. It's not a career achievement. It's who is an all-star this year. And people confuse that and say, well, so-and-so is not in. Is so-and-so a top 42 player this year? No, then they shouldn't be in.
And it needs to be East versus West like it used to be. I'm sick and tired of the divisions playing the divisions. I get it. The NHL wants to create more rivalries in the divisions, but have it East versus West. That's when the game was good. That's when they had 5-on-5 East versus West.
It's going to be a common theme on this podcast, and it has been since we started way back to the SRB days. Shout out. But you can tell when Roger Goodell gets shit on a lot, right? And that's because he's the commissioner. But guess what? The numbers just came out. This is the highest watched Super Bowl in the last decade or something like that. Okay, he's pretty good at his job.
Yeah.
Might be controversial. Yeah, he might make decisions that are a little, fiscally, or they might, he might favor making money because he's really good at it.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of that coin, you can tell when there's a commissioner not good at their job. And like I said, this can be a common theme, but Gary Bettman is ruining hockey.
I can't believe this guy actually still has a fucking job. It pisses me off to no end.
Is it 3 lockouts that he's been a part of?
It's three lockouts. So there was one right after a year after he became commissioner, 93, I think.
Hot start.
95.
Piping hot start.
And then 2004, entire year of no hockey.
04, 05, yeah.
2013, when we had half a season. And now he's making so many mistakes. It's incredible. Not sending players to the Olympics where you can showcase. He wants to make the game broader, and he's not showcasing us at the Olympics in China where you would get millions of viewers who would never see hockey.
He wants to grow the game by preventing them from playing in the greatest spectacle in sports.
Exactly.
What he does, man, so many things he does are backwards, and I don't understand the reasoning behind it. And the All-Star game at this point, I don't honestly just name the All-Stars and give them maybe a cash bonus or something. I don't give a fuck about the game anymore. It's no longer fun. It's not even like, it's just a joke. And, you hear that a lot. It's like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. It literally is. It's pathetic. And it's just like, you're losing fans' interest in that. Like, grow this game that we all love because it's awesome. It is so fun. And he is absolutely pissing on the logo.
So we might as well segue our way into the next topic, which I think is a major topic in the NHL. And I can't believe people are taking this as a good thing. Like, I'm gonna shit on someone here, Paul Bissonnette. I know you used to work for the Coyotes, man. I know that you're probably still under contract with them somehow. I don't get it. I know that's the last team you used to play for. Playing in a 5,000 person stadium for the next 3 to 4 years. How is that good for the NHL? I don't care if the Arizona Coyotes have the worst attendance. They're still getting at least 10,000 people at a game. You can only guarantee 5,000 people at a game at this shithole fucking arena you're playing in. I get it's being rebuilt. It's a nice arena for a university team.
That's the biggest asterisk. It's a nice arena for a university team. Do you want to know why it's a nice arena for a university team? Because it is an arena for a university team. That is unbelievable, dude. The only time that would set's falling apart.
Heated.
That's okay. Hey,
there.
We'll improve it week by week here.
Exactly.
The only time, so typically college football stadiums are a lot bigger than NFL stadiums just because college football is huge, especially in the States. Well, in the States. College hockey's not big in the States. It isn't. The NHL's not necessarily big either, but college hockey is significantly less important. And to treat this like a win or some unique, cool, innovative idea is wrong. It's embarrassing. And again, It's embarrassing for the league. This is a problem. Like, how many of these cringy embarrassments can you handle before it's like I love hockey. I've loved hockey since I was a kid. It was my first love of sport. And what draws you to a TV?
The excitement, the electricity, the fans, the players. You're literally going to be missing all of those except for the players. You're going to be missing the players. Nobody's going to want to play in Arizona. They're all going to ask for trades. They're all going to want to get the fuck out of that dumpster fire because they don't want to play there. Then you're going to have to field a team of AHL players, and you're going to have the worst team ever.
It's going to be. It is setting up to be the worst team ever. It will finish. It will break records for losses. It will be like lose it, like less. I feel like sometimes we forget about it, like oh, Arizona's paying them money or whatever and stuff like that. Yes, getting paid a lot of millions of dollars does make things easier. These guys are still the most competitive people in the world. They don't want to lose. I understand that looking at a $3.5 million check after is okay. You know what? I'm going to go play golf for the summer. I get that. That doesn't mean that they want to go to a shithole franchise that's just going to lose because they get paid. They are still the most competitive people. And of course, they're playing this game because they're A, freakishly good at it, but also B, they love it. They love this game.
Exactly.
They love the game. Why would you want to go? What's the draw to go to Arizona? And especially because you said they announced it's at least 3 years, potentially 4. Okay. So for the next 3 years, who is going to want to go to play in a college arena?
This is the way I look at it. All right. I've played hockey my entire life, right?
Yep.
I've dreamed of my entire life, which the dream's over now. I get that. Of playing in front of.
You never know.
Hey, you never know. All right.
You never know. Alex Hicks is available. Arizona, listening, you're a shithole franchise and no one's going to want to play there. We have one guy that will want to play there.
Actually, I will play there. I'm shitting on you now. I'm shitting on you now, but hey.
He'll take you to new heights.
Anyways, every single NHL player who's playing in the NHL right now was a little kid and they dreamed of playing in front of 20,000 fans at a home stadium. When they got to junior, they were playing in front of like 5,000 fans, or in college and 5,000 fans. So you make it to the NHL, you get drafted in the 2022 NHL draft to the Arizona Coyotes, and you're getting less fans at a fucking NHL game than you were in college.
And you show up,
junior.
You show up to the game, and half the people go, "What the fuck? I thought I was watching my kid on the Sun Devils." Oh, I'm actually watching a Coyote. I don't want to watch these fucks. I've never heard of this college team. I'm leaving.
So here's how I think this is going to work out. This is going to be really fucking funny. So they're going to have 2 home dressing rooms, right? So they're going to have the Arizona State University dressing room, which I'm pretty sure is already built for the Arizona State University team. So they're going to have to take the next larger dressing room, which would usually be the away team, right? They're going to have to take that dressing room and turn it into the Arizona Coyotes dressing room. So you're potentially going to have another smaller dressing room or 2 smaller dressing rooms. So if an NHL team comes to play at this shithole stadium, I'm going to keep calling it a shithole. I don't care if it's brand new. They're going to have to use 2 dressing rooms because there's not going to be enough room for 18 guys to get dressed.
Dude, it's unreal. The layers and levels to this that make it worse. Okay. And like, here's the thing. The Phoenix Coyotes were never like a stalwart, pivotal franchise, right? They were the Winnipeg Jets, then they came to Phoenix, and they've kind of been all right. In my opinion, and maybe this is just because of the era that the golden age of hockey that we grew up in, the 04 to 07 kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that fan in me. But ever since they switched to the Arizona Coyotes,
yes,
things have just fallen off the rails. Phoenix Coyotes, it was like, they're not great, but they're not bad.
No,
they're okay. Shane Doan, okay, he's respected. Yeah, they had Jovanovski for a while. Okay, they had some guys. Yeah. Okay. And then they're like, we're going to be the Arizona Coyotes now, which here's the thing. is that it wasn't the fact that they switched to the Arizona Coyotes. It's the fact that they were called the Phoenix Coyotes, but they played in Glendale. Yes. Okay. They should have never been named Phoenix. It should have been Arizona from the get-go.
Or Glendale.
Right? But instead they go, okay, we're actually going to fix the name. And as soon as they did that, it feels like the cosmic powers that we can't see are like, oh, we're going to completely destroy your reputation.
That was a wrong move.
Yeah. Oh, wrong. Bad call.
No. So, and here's another thing. I'm not sure how that stadium's laid out. I could be just going off a whim here, but this is what I'm going to think. When a visiting NHL team visits or an NHL team, they're going to be probably walking through the lobby with all their equipment to get to their dressing room.
Yes. Yep.
Like, think about how degrading that's gonna be. Like, just think about that.
It's embarrassing. It's honestly fucking embarrassing, dude. And like, I know their owner came out yesterday, and his quote was, from Coyotes president and CEO Xavier Gutierrez. Sorry for
good
listening.
Pronunciation. I like that.
Yeah. Quote, all I can say to those players who have concerns is I understand it, because they're hearing from the outside that this is a college arena and it's so small. And do these guys really have a plan? I can tell you this is a plan. We have it, and we're willing to put our capital behind it. This is a brand new facility. This isn't putting lipstick on a pig. This is a state-of-the-art brand new facility. We're putting in over $25 million to make it to NHL standard.
Okay.
Now,
so are you lifting the roof off and putting just more stands that go vertically upwards? I don't get it.
I don't know what's more embarrassing, if they don't have a plan or if this is the plan. Like he says, I would literally go up there and I'd say, we have no fucking plan. We are going by the skin of our teeth. We're playing it day by day. We might be kicked out of here tomorrow. We don't know. But I assure you, this isn't our plan. But instead, this guy goes, this is our plan. Later on, he goes, quote, this is a hockey town. Is it? Because you can't get fans in your building.
Is it? Because now you have an empty hockey. Yeah, I'm not staying off. I'm done with it. That's
done with the sign. Done with the sign. It's okay.
Just look at everything else. Anyways.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's a hockey town? Because currently you have a stadium, an NHL stadium in Glendale that's not being used by anybody, probably the NBA team. It's going to be empty for a lot of those days where you could be playing. Now imagine this. Okay, I'm going to throw in a little scenario for you here, and this is recorded. What if the Phoenix Coyotes or Arizona Coyotes? Sorry, Arizona Coyotes get kicked out of ASU because they can't pay bills? What happens next? You just said they're putting $25 million into this fucking stadium. What if they can't pay their fucking bills?
Then they start selling seats. They straight up just take these chairs out and say, "Who wants one as a souvenir?"
I don't.
$5,000 a chair.
Like, move the team.
Hey, do you know who would fill seats? The Quebec Nordiques, sorry, out of Quebec City.
Do you know who would fill seats?
Who?
Fucking Swift Current, Saskatchewan would fill more seats than 5,000 in Arizona.
Oh, if we're talking about places that would fill more seats, yes. But I mean, like, bring back the Nordiques.
Bring the Saskatchewan Wheat Kings. Bring in the Hamilton fucking Bulldogs. Bring in anybody except for the fucking Arizona Coyotes, who you guys have been literally forcing to make work, and it hasn't.
This is a deep pull, but this is the last time I can remember something like this was like, this isn't up your alley necessarily, Davey. We could talk, but this is reminiscent of in the WWE when they were trying to push Roman Reigns so hard down people's throats, and it's like they don't want it. You've tried everything to make this guy a star. You've tried everything to make Arizona appealing. It's not going to get there. It's not a hockey town. It's not a hockey state. It's the fucking desert, actually. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Las Vegas. Yeah, that was the first pro sports team in Vegas. Not ever, but that was the return to Vegas was the Knights. That's why it works. It's a huge draw. Oh, and also they are great.
Yeah, they're a good hockey team.
They're amazing. Do you know what else puts fans in seats? Winning.
Yeah.
Who wants to go and watch the home team get blown out 6-1?
Who wants to go watch a home team where Clayton Keller and Phil Kessel? That's the only players you know. Maybe Jacob Churchman. Maybe. But
if you're deep in it, maybe you do. Like, bring back the Nordiques. Give a team to Saskatchewan. Like,
go follow my hashtag on Twitter. Good job, Gary. I want that hashtag to fly because I'm putting that on every tweet that I have out there. Hashtag Good job, Gary.
At Hicksy Avalanche on Twitter. Hashtag Good job, Gary. Because it's not a good job.
No,
it's an embarrassing job.
Exactly.
We want hockey. We want the NHL to thrive. We want this sport we love to be shared by so many people, and it isn't, because they're almost reverse marketed. They signed a massive deal with ESPN this year for TV rights and all that stuff, and that's great. Has it helped?
No.
It's sad, but they're falling farther and farther behind every year because of the guy in charge. I'm convinced of it.
Anyways, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to leave it where it is now. I feel bad for Phil Kessel. That's the only player I feel bad for. That guy has what? Two Stanley Cups?
Yeah.
He's played a very long career.
Mm-hmm. Iron Man streak for a while.
Exactly. And he's stuck in that shithole. And I really do hope he gets out of there. I really do hope some team picks him up and allows him to play his last couple of years in a fucking arena, not a fucking kids hockey arena. I'm sorry.
I mean, just pick him up as like a third line. You don't even have him play just bring him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got so much experience. I understand the appeal of playing your last couple of years in the desert and golfing probably every day and just, not worried about the cold. Is it worth it? Is it worth it going 10-70-2 in front of 5,000 people?
Probably maybe. Not even 5,000. Yeah, maybe the huge maybe. Alrighty. Let's get off this depressing fact. Let's get back to hockey. We just had to do that. I'm sorry. You know what? We had to do that on this pod.
That's because the people needed to know.
Exactly.
And we won't lie to you guys ever.
Mm-mm.
We only tell the truth, and you needed to hear how bad it is.
Yes, and that's how honestly bad it is. But hey, you know what? Let's move into something new. I love it. I love this when old NHL players get back into hockey. And you know what? It was someone that we always loved. It was an underdog. It was a guy who worked hard. It was a guy who won a Stanley Cup, and he was just always around, and he was around because he worked hard, and he also got a lot of points. Marty St. Louis is back in hockey, baby. He is the head coach of the Habs, who have been struggling, went to the Stanley Cup final. Now they're worst team in the league because for some reason, you know what? They miss Shea Weber. They're missing Carey Price. I get that.
Yeah.
But Marty's back. Marty's back, and he's gonna bring that team out. Hey, you know what? They might get a first overall pick this year, and they might get Shane Wright. Good for them because they got Marty, and Marty's gonna bring him back. I think that guy is great for Montreal.
Well, I mean, he's one of the most respected players of his time ever. He's one of the most respected players ever. He's one of those quintessential guys from like what we just mentioned, that golden era that we grew up in. He's a guy that no one's ever said a bad thing about him. He loves hockey. He lives hockey.
Oh,
it's one of the best to do it. One of the best, like you said, underdog stories. A guy that never should have made it, reached impossibly high heights. It was, and yeah, I think he's a guy that I think he could really turn that culture around in Montreal, and not necessarily even turn it around. Like they have, I think,
just reconstruct, like not reconstruct, like just like put some pieces in there.
Yeah, like recalibrate, kind of just let's focus up here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some talent here. We got Cole Caulfield, we got Nick Suzuki. They got of course, I guess, pretty big news here. They shipped out Tyler Toffoli. But they did get a haul for him. Couple first.
Yeah, I don't even know right now. It was just,
but they did
yesterday, wasn't it? They got a couple firsts.
They got a substantial package for him. Like they got quite a bit of things. So hey, Well, I'm excited to see what Marty can do because I think he'll do better than. I mean, I understand that Deschamps took him to the Cup final, like you said, but not that was a fluke. Well, actually, that's exactly what I'm saying.
A team got hot.
Team got hot, and they do every year, but that team just happened to get hot. But I don't think that was reflective of how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marty can bring out the best in them.
Exactly. And so we go back to that Tyler Toffoli trade. So yeah, Montreal sends Tyler Toffoli to Calgary for Tyler Pitlick. Sorry. So Tyler
so disrespectful.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Sorry, Tyler. Sorry,
Tyler.
So actually Tyler's now playing with his two other brothers who actually play in Montreal. Yeah. I think they play Montreal system maybe, but they also anyways.
They fucking suck. Sorry, Tyler.
Sorry, Tyler.
Hey, if the Pitlick family's listening to this,
we love you.
We love you.
And so then
Stephen Johns.
They got Emil Heineman, who's I think he was like a second round draft pick in Florida, maybe a third one. He got traded to Calgary and is traded to Montreal. See how that turns out. And then they got a first round pick in the 2022 draft and a fifth round in the 2023 draft. I do believe the first round is top 10 protected. I highly doubt Flames are going to have a top 10 pick this year because they're one of the better teams this year. So,
yeah.
So good haul. You know, they got I got a prospect, two prospects, and then they got their draft picks that they need. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm excited to see what Marty St. Louis can do there. And I mean, you know, just it seems like it just fits. And like you said, you always love seeing guys come back to hockey and almost giving back. Like, not that they have anything to give back. They've given everything, but
exactly
almost like passing it along or something like that, paying it forward kind of.
It's just nice to see those guys come back because I honestly do believe when you have players who played high level hockey come and coach, doesn't matter if you played in the NHL or not, they kind of bring that culture of like, oh yes, like if we kind of just leave them alone a little bit and let them do their thing, you almost get a little bit more relaxed room and players trying different things and seeing what works. So I hope that helps Montreal going forward in what they're doing. So obviously, congrats to Marty. Get those Montreal Canadiens back in because, hey, we need those Canadians. We need Canadian teams to be better. And I feel like that's going on the right track lately. But anyways, I guess we could stay on the coach topic. So, yeah, Dave Tippett out of Edmonton. I do believe we all kind of knew it was happening. Edmonton's been on not doing very good. And you know what? It almost seems like it's not really a coaching problem anymore. I don't think it's been a coaching problem for a while. It's got to be the atmosphere in the room. It's got to be something going on in that room. That's my huge prediction is someone's a cancer or someone's not being good in that room because that is way too good of a roster to be not in a playoff spot currently.
Dude, I'm sad. I'm not even sad. How many fucking times have we been here?
Yeah.
How many times have we been in this spot where we're saying, well, maybe it's not, is it the coach or what's going on? Connor McDavid, hey, request demand a trade. Exactly. Leon Draisaitl, you're next.
Yeah.
Like, you guys deserve so much better. You are two of the brightest and best young talents the league has seen. McDavid ever, Draisaitl of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You are so incredible and so fun to watch. And
it's like if Crosby and Ovechkin played on the same fucking team. That's what it is.
It's if Crosby and Ovechkin played on the same team and finished sub 500 every year.
That's what it is.
It doesn't make sense. You literally have a generationally talented playmaker. Okay. Behind him, you have a 6'3", 230-pound absolute power forward that just scores.
Scores all time.
That's it. That's what you have. You have Crosby and Ovechkin, and you finish sub 500 every year. And like I've been saying, I've been on this train. I think it's time. I do. Hey, yes, he's incredible. He is maybe the best hockey player we've ever seen. When it's all said and done, he might be the greatest player of all time. He's already probably top 10. And it has not mattered. You have wasted and ruined him. Not ruined him. You've wasted so much of his career.
7 years.
7 years. It's time you pull the trigger.
You know what? There was a time when the Anaheim Ducks were shit and they had the best goalie in the league named John Gibson. You send Draisaitl to Anaheim for Gibson, you're making the fucking playoffs every fucking year. And you know what? It's been a goalie problem. Cam Talbot had I think it was a one bad season for them. He took him to the playoffs, and then he has one bad season, and you trade him away because he's crap. Well, now you got Mikko Koskinen, and he had 25 good games in 1 year. You guys didn't even make it to playoffs that year. He had 25 good games 1 year, and you signed him $4.5 million for the next 3 years. What is that saying, man? Honestly. But hey, you know what? We talk about Edmonton all the time, and everyone knows how shit they are. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows our opinion on them because it's never going to change.
Exactly. And
prove us wrong. I want to eat my words.
Exactly.
I want to see Connor McDavid hoist the Stanley Cup in
every year,
lifetime. Yes.
Yeah. But hey, I guess we could say congratulations to what's his name? Oh boy.
There we go. No, that's how we're starting off. We're saying congratulations to a guy that we don't even have the respect for to know his name.
Jay Woodcroft. And like you said, he worked his way from video room assistant to NHL head coach. Congratulations.
He was in AHL coach for a couple of years. So
hope that you can bring hope back to this Edmonton Oilers team.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I am already I'm scouring to see who their next coach is going to be because this guy's got 2 years?
Not even, man.
This guy has a week. They're giving him a week. They say if you don't go undefeated.
It says the contract I'm signing says a week. You guys mean in 1 year or
no, a week.
A week.
As in 7 days from the time you put ink on the paper.
What? How am I supposed to?
We've already hired your replacement. So can you sign
actually right outside the door?
Yeah. I mean, what did we look up? It was 10 coaches in 13 years.
Oh, that's bad. Nobody wants to coach there.
You're literally getting a coach every 16 months.
That's not even one. That's not even a year and a half, man. That's not even a year and a half.
No. So, Jay Woodcroft, it's on you. It's on to you now. It's not on you because
it's not on you.
I don't think it's been a coaching thing. At this point, it's they're.
What do you say? What do you want to say?
The Detroit Lions are just shitty, and no one expects them to be good. This is like
if you had Tom Brady.
This is like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the Leafs, though. It's the same thing where it's there's so much talent, and every year it's how did you didn't even make the playoffs?
Yeah, you didn't even you actually I know they made playoffs last year. I get that they got rolled.
Right. They made playoffs last year, so they probably at least won a series.
They didn't even win a game.
They lost 4-1 to Winnipeg.
No, they. Yeah. So you take those two best players that they had, and they did win a fucking game. Actually, yep.
Swept
by the Winnipeg Jets.
Because we came on this podcast last year and said if you shut down one player on their team, guess what? You're winning. And Winnipeg said, what if we shut down one player on our team? Winnipeg, listen. Hey, Winnipeg, we will tell you how to win the cup. Okay?
We will tell you how to beat Edmonton.
Yes. It's I understand, just shut down Connor McDavid. I understand it's easier said than done. I understand that. Hit him relentlessly.
Yeah. If you're able to do that, if you put Mark Scheifele on him every single game, and Mark Scheifele, every time he gets the puck, kind of just nudges him or hits him into the boards or kind of angles him off.
Or, keeps the butt end of his stick a little bit out.
Exactly.
Just little things. Make Connor McDavid not want to play.
Exactly.
Make him upset. Get him, And hey, Mark Scheifele, if you have to pull one of those hits that you did last year in the playoffs, maybe you pull one of those hits last year. You know,
hey, what happens?
I got accidentally, of course. Do what you got to do. But Jay Woodcroft, I'm sorry that you lost your job.
Yeah, we're prematurely sorry, but congratulations. But we're sorry. Good luck with that.
Good luck. Sorry, but good luck.
So moving away from coaches, another big news coming out of the NHL happening tomorrow, actually, in which, I mean, Colorado plays Vegas tomorrow, and a certain someone's making their debut for the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know if you heard or not.
Jack Eichel. This is the first time we've seen him
since last year. It's been over a year, though, I think. Yeah, because he played. Yeah.
What are your... So he's coming back, obviously, from, I believe it was neck. Was it neck?
Yep.
So he had some surgeries, and of course we covered the Buffalo dilemma, and apologies. I was just getting choked up from Jay Woodcroft.
Yeah.
I was crying about him on air, but yeah, maybe. Jack Eichel, again, mega talent, absolute superstar stud. He was the guy where, okay, you didn't get McDavid, damn. Guess what? There's another generational talent right behind him.
Right there.
Buffalo got him, did fucking dick with it. And he said, you know what? I actually want to win games and play hockey.
Surprisingly, Buffalo's worse than Edmonton.
I want to play meaningful hockey. And he actually meant it. So he went out of Buffalo instead of going to Buffalo to play meaningful hockey.
Yeah.
Looking at a certain someone.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Colorado, the best team in the league right now.
Yep.
Probably. And I mean, Vegas, good team.
Yeah.
They're Vegas.
For Vegas.
And Jack Eichel being added to that lineup.
So here's my thoughts. Ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Fuck you, Vegas. I know what you fucking slimy motherfuckers are doing. Fuck you. Do you know what they did?
What they do?
They call it Jack Eichel. They're like, hey, Jack, you played Wednesday? He's like, fuck yeah, I'm playing. And then you know what they do? Magically, Mark Stone gets put on the LTIR. Magically, Vegas is under the cap. Magically, they have no timeline for Mark Stone to be back playing.
You know what? These injuries happen.
How far are we from playoffs? What do you say? 16 weeks? Was that the Reese's post?
11 weeks.
11 weeks, whatever it is. Go fuck yourself, Vegas. I know what you're fucking doing. Everyone knows what you're doing. This ain't sneaky. You're waiting for playoffs, and then Mark Stone's gonna be magically fucking reappear out of fucking thin air.
His injuries clear.
Exactly. Yep. Then. He's been skating with the red jersey on, but now he's good.
Yeah, his injury's okay now. You know what the thing is,
what are you saying, Carve? What are you saying? There's nothing you can fucking say. I know what
the whole world watched last year, 2 years ago. What Tampa was doing, and they found the loopholes and worked them, and out. Well, that caused outrage and everything. And we on this show, God, we're a couple of little prophets here, but we came on the show and we said any of the other 30, at the time it would have been 31, but 31 teams would have done the exact same thing if they would have found it. And guess what? The NHL didn't do anything to prevent it. They didn't do anything to seal the loophole. And the Vegas Golden Knights said, hang on a second. Can we do the same thing? And it looks like they're going to.
They're going to. You know what? They're going to go in the playoffs now. They're going to have Evgeny Dadonov because they don't need to trade him anymore because they're under the fucking salary cap. And they're going to have Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Pacioretty, Alex Pietrangelo, Robin Lehner in net. What do you want? They're going to have. What do you want? Their top two lines plus Evgeny Dadonov, who's going to be moved down to the third line. Those guys, those 7 players by themselves on the forwards are going to be over the cap. They're going to be a $200 million cap.
Let them.
No,
honestly, it would almost be the best thing for the league if you just had a Vegas Tampa Stanley Cup final.
No, it would not.
Yes, well, I have to be, but if you really want to just have your stars, man. Like that's the reason that the NHL didn't seal this loophole up. Like
I get it.
Let's.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit. I get it. Like it's frustrating and stuff like that. If the Colorado Avalanche are doing this exact same fucking thing, though, guess what?
Oh, I don't care.
It's just smart. It's smart. Chess, not checkers.
Hey, you know what? Claude Giroux could be a member of the Colorado Avalanche coming up here.
Exactly. Yeah,
he has an $8.25 million contract. All of a sudden, Landeskog's not feeling too well.
LTIR. Hit the bench for a while, buddy. That's the thing. And I mean, I'm not saying that, it's right or it's I get it though. And I mean, you almost I understand how controversial this is going to be. And this might be controversial with you too, but a lot of people that don't watch or don't follow the NBA, their biggest complaint or one of them is super teams. You just have 3 guys that win it all. Yeah. And they still get a fuck ton of viewers. Do you want to know why? Because those are stars.
Yeah.
Those are bankable stars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, LeBron just gets Kyrie and whoever, and then they win. Yep. Because LeBron is the single best player of our time. And Kyrie is one of the most talked about stars of our time. Yeah. And in a game where there are 5 people on the ice, okay, I guess on the court, having 2 of them be megastars, that's 40%. Yep. Of your team, of a roster that's 12. Okay, so let's go to hockey. Okay, 1 guy you can't see in net, right? And that's part of it too, is like you can't see hockey players as easily as, you can't recognize them.
It's a visual factor.
It's a visual factor, right? Everyone knows what LeBron James looks like.
Exactly.
You could hold up a picture of Connor McDavid and 3 out of 10 people.
Granted, Connor McDavid still looks like he's 14 years old. So.
Connor McDavid does look like a adolescent sophomore. Child. Yeah. Yeah, like it sucks, but I mean, you almost want a few super teams in the league so that it's stars and it's winning, and it's to have a winning star-driven team in Las Vegas now that sports gambling is legal. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Like, it almost feeds into Alex's conspiracy corner here.
Anyway, so then here's the problem. Then, so you have these super teams, right? Yeah. And I love that idea of a super team because you bring in viewership. I like that. So let's say Vegas does do what they're doing, and they're doing it. They're going to do it. Like Mark Stone's going to go play golf for the next 11 weeks and work out and do whatever he wants.
His injury is a sprained pinky.
Yeah, he's got a broken nail. But anyway, you do that, right? So now let's say the Vegas Golden Knights make it, all right? Okay. Now, what's a bottom feeder team in the Eastern Conference? Let me see here. A bottom feeder team would be, Detroit makes it. They're not in playoff spot right now, but what if they do make it? Now, what's Detroit right now known for? They're known for their gritty, hardworking, hit everything that walks, and put pucks in the corner. Okay, so you have this super team that makes the Stanley Cup final against this team that wants to kill you. It's hockey. This ain't basketball. And I know basketball is still a little bit. But you know what I mean.
Yep, absolutely.
So you're going to have this super team trying to play against Detroit, and Detroit just wants to put you through the wall. And what if Detroit wins the Stanley Cup? That super team is battered and beaten and probably kind of injured against a team that just beat them for the Stanley Cup. Now, that's going to create a little bit even more controversy because people are like, well, then technically you can't make a super team in the NHL. Well, technically you can, but there's still that factor that you got a target on your back. You got a target.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing is that like it's weird, but like you need the villain, Tampa was the villain. Yeah. Everyone hated them.
Yep.
The Patriots were the villain. You hated them. The Golden State Warriors, they were the villain. You hated them. Like when people flex the rules and make loopholes and create these unfair advantages that are perfectly legal, perfectly fair, other teams didn't think of it. All of a sudden you're kind of you're
invested.
scumbag.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
and it's like you want to see the Detroit that puts them on their ass. Like
that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, you want to say like I hate that they did that. I want to see Detroit knock their teeth out.
I want to see Arizona win the Stanley Cup. Like
I want to see Arizona in a 5,000 stadium or 5,000 capacity stadium. I want to see them not be able to fill it in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, exactly. We all want to see
that. Could you imagine if they made the Cup final?
That's the problem. Will the NHL allow them to play playoffs, or are they already guaranteeing Arizona will not make the playoffs for the next 3 to 4 years?
Even if Arizona finishes like with a legit like top 3 in the Western Conference
record, 112 points.
You can't.
Sorry.
When you guys signed the contract to move into the ASU rink, it in fine print it said even if we make the playoffs, we actually didn't make the playoffs.
They actually take out the ice at the end of April, so you don't really have.
You guys can't.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Since you guys since you guys never really made it past April, we just said it was okay to get rid of the ice in April.
Yeah, we just said, oh, these fuckers will never be playing in April.
Yeah.
So we let them take it. Sorry, guys.
So, anyways.
That was a good conversation.
That was really good. It was really informative. I love it.
Okay, that was a good conversation. Hicks follows it up by immediately having an aneurysm on the air.
Bingo!
That's why you're back,
baby. Yeah,
we're back. The NHL pod is back, and we're never leaving except for an emergency ER trip when Hicks starts bleeding out of his ears. But
good thing you're 100 miles away, so you betcha you will be the only one and not be able to do anything because you don't know my address either. So
I will just be. I'll be knocking talks. Hicks, no, next one. Hicks, no, next one.
But anyways, I do believe we're about to wrap it up here. We've been here talking about an hour. But anyways, I do want to bring up one more piece of information.
Yes.
I asked you this at the Super Bowl. I got a lackluster answer from you just because it was Super Bowl. I get it. You know what I'm going to ask you. You know what I'm going to say. You know it. And I can't wait to ask you because it's someone who everyone hates. Everyone does dislike.
He's an absolute piece of shit.
Hold the fuck on. I'm fucking talking. You wait your fucking turn.
Sorry, maybe it's
Shut the fuck up. Right. Shut up.
All right.
I had this in my notes as end of show question for Carve. I actually might have another question for you. But anyways.
Okay.
End of question show for Carve.
End of show question, you fuck up.
What did I say?
You said end of question. You said end of show question. No, you said end of question show.
Oh, end of show question for Carve.
Yes.
I can't even say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it.
Say it.
I am.
Say it then.
Audrey for MVP?
No.
Why? Tell me why. You got to give me legitimately. You got to give me 3 good reasons why. Legit.
Okay. Well, legit. To be fair, also on a quick side note, I'm just going to interject here. Tyler Toffoli has scored his first goal in a Calgary Flames uniform in his first game off of 1 foot, apparently. So trade worth it so far.
Yeah. Flames win.
Nazem Kadri for MVP. Well, to be 100% fair, when you asked me this question at Super Bowl, which we watched it together,
yes.
The question was, is he an all-star? Which, yes, he should have been. He was, but he should have been a first.
He shouldn't have been last man in.
Yes, exactly. For MVP, however, no. And my argument or my opinion on that is just that you guys have such a good roster that the way I look at an MVP, he's not the most valuable player to his team. And I understand, like, because he's got 62, something like that, I think.
Yeah, he's got 62 and 40.
Rantanen's got 55,
57 or something.
Something like that. So I understand saying that. My answer is almost always going to be the same every single year. I think Connor McDavid should be the MVP of the league. I understand Leon Draisaitl is number 1 in scoring and Connor McDavid's number 2, but Connor McDavid is the most valuable player to his team in the NHL. Yes. You could argue in sports right now, outside of like, I don't even know, Mahomes. There's Connor McDavid. I mean, he's the team. Draisaitl's fantastic, but you take Connor McDavid off the team, they have nothing.
I get that. And
but Kadri is having a hell of a season. Shouldn't have been last man in. Not the MVP in my opinion, but hell of a year. And yeah, just because I think he's an absolute scumbag, I will admit he's having an awesome season. So
thank you. We probably won't get him back next year in Colorado just because this is his contract year, and of course he's having the fucking year of his life. So he's gonna want fucking career. Yeah, he's gonna want $13.5 million next year. Yeah. So
yeah, and you're gonna give it to him.
Nope, we're not. We can't.
Yep. So no, you're gonna give it to him, and then you're gonna say, "Sorry, McKinnon, we have to ship you out." And
McKinnon,
hey, Rantanen, hey, Cale Makar, got to get out of here. We got Kadri.
Yeah, we got Kadri, man, here to. Yeah. Anyways, so that was my question, and you know what? I loved it. You answered it with professionality. I guess that's not a word. Professionalism. Thank you. You know me with words. That's why I'm not a professional broadcaster. That's why Arizona, we're cheap.
Arizona. Hey, his price just went up, but also down at the same time.
You know what? We hear Arizona needs a TV contract.
Dude, should we do the color commentary exclusively for Arizona?
You know what? We should just put on their game, and we should just do commentary.
Yep. Because honestly, that's no more professional than their venue.
And you know what?
You could argue it's more so because we're an established name.
Exactly.
Not established, but
and you're looking for a TV contract, the booth could get a couple cameras. We can get a couple cameras.
We got Richie Sconge on the crew. We could do this thing. Arizona, Gary Bettman, give us. Actually, I don't want to talk to Gary.
Yeah, don't.
NHL, Gary,
we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it.
We're just doing it.
Yeah, Sorry,
you
didn't get a choice. You didn't get a choice. We're just gonna show up with some cameras and some equipment, and we're just gonna go. Anyways,
say hi. We're here.
Yeah. Hey, we're the new TV contract.
We're just gonna show up with a ladder.
Yeah. Why do you guys have a ladder and a bunch of equipment? Don't fucking worry.
They must be professionals.
Yeah,
look, they got a ladder.
Is that the new TV contract, guys?
Yeah. In suits, but we're holding ladders.
Yep.
Love it.
But I mean, I didn't get through my entire list, but
hey, we got off on some tangents, but I think we had some good conversations, and this was a good dip your toes back in the water, getting back into our NHL pod.
Yeah.
And we're coming back at you every week, and come playoff time, it's going to be
crazy.
Can't miss watching and or listening. But yeah, with that,
wait. 2 for 3 on my bets last night. If you guys follow me,
follow us at the Booth EC on Instagram and Twitter, and you will find Hicks's picks. He's going to be making his NHL predictions.
Not every day, because
Yep.
Not every day. Every now and then.
Yep. Maybe once a week. We'll
when there's a good line. When there's a good line.
We'll iron out the details, but keep an eye out for that because hey, he's 66% right now. Do you want to hit on 2 out of every 3 bets that you make? If so,
and they're good bets.
Us out. They're good bets too. They're intriguing. I saw that. Yeah, but of course, like we've plugged a couple times, go follow us at the Booth EC on Instagram and Twitter. You can find our social media handles there. Go follow us, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It fucking really does help. Yeah, and this is the return to the NHL pod, man. I'm pumped to get talking hockey again with you.
Yes.
We started this thing about a year ago now.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're back. We're talking hockey.
We love it.
And we love it. And Hicks, I mean, this is also just to transition to the other shows. This is the off season. We're getting Hicks into NFL boy.
I'm going to start moving into it.
Because like we said, Hicks is our absolute hockey god. He's our aficionado. He's our correspondent. He's our hockey representative, first and foremost, on our crew. But we're gonna try and take him under the wing a little bit and say, hey, let's get you on the NFL pod. Maybe you know your ass from a hole in the ground. And hey, nothing wrong with learning stuff. But
nope.
Yeah, with that, go buy the merch as always, unless you're a piece of shit. And if so, still buy the merch.
Exactly. We don't care.
Don't care if you're a piece of shit or not, but buy it. And until next time, this is the booth, and we'll talk to you later.
See you later, ladies and gentlemen.
And he fucks it up.
How did I fuck it up? I didn't fuck it up.
He said see you laters. It's okay. Nope, keep it. We're keeping it.
See you later.
Nope, no.
Whatever, fine. You're right.
See you laters.
See you later. That's going to be my catchphrase forever now.
There we go.
Peace.